All right, so I literally just got done recording the review with Stu, and I uploaded it, and I go to Twitter, and what do you know? Patrick Kane is not going to be a Florida Panther. He has decided to sign with the Detroit Red Wings. They're still working out and hashing out the exact deal, but from what it sounds like, they might be willing to give him 2 years, which, in my opinion, um, it's a gamble. It's an absolute gamble that could have high upside, but it's a hell of a gamble to take. And I suspect that the biggest reason why he's picking Detroit is because they're probably willing to give him 2 years. Um, it's an interesting choice if you just want to win a cup, but he's got cups. So we don't really know what his motivation is. Um, I don't know Detroit's lineup in terms of where he's exactly going to slot in. They've got a good team, obviously. Is he somebody who's going to put them over the edge to win a cup this year? That's not likely. There's some big bad teams with a lot of playoff experience in the Eastern Conference: Bruins, Panthers, Lightning, Canes, Rangers. Right? I mean, I hate to leave out you Leaf fans, but you guys, you haven't. I'm talking about teams that have made it at least to the Eastern Conference Finals recently. I don't see Detroit as a team, you know, unless Patrick Kane just has a magic rainbow unicorn and goes back in time 10 years. If it works out, it's a nice addition for them, obviously, and it might be the thing that puts them over the edge to get them into the playoffs. That division, obviously, the Atlantic is rough. Okay, that 3, 4, 5, 6 spot that could easily be decided by 4 or 5 points between all of those two teams. So from their perspective, it makes a little bit of sense. But the history of guys coming back from this injury is just it's an offer. It's just not good. It's not worked out for anybody. And us Panther fans, we saw it a little bit. Remember when Ed Jovanovski came back? He had pretty much the same surgery, and it wasn't. I mean, he could still play, but he couldn't skate anymore. Not that he was ever a great skater, um, but so yeah, he's gonna most like that's what Elliot Freeman is reporting, and everybody else is janging up on it. So he's gonna go to Detroit. We don't know what the deal is going to be. I don't know what their cap space is, but as for our Panther, I'm happy. I'm happy. You guys know I'm happy about this. Okay, I would have said, all right, let's give him a chance if we get him. But the fact that it's not going to happen, I mean, look, we got basically the same group of guys on offense, right? We lost Duclair, you put in Rodriguez. Now, Rodriguez is not Duclair, all right? He's not banking 35 goals, all right? So we understand that. But there's really only one spot in the top nine that you would really want to fuss with because the fourth line now with Stenlin, Lomberg, and Gadjevich, I mean, you don't really want to mess with that too much. I would not. I love Nick Cousins, but if we replace Nick Cousins in the top nine, if we replace him, you're likely going to move Cousins down and put Gadjevich on the bench. And I'm not sure I want to do that. So, to be honest with you, with the chemistry of the group of the guys that we have, what we need is Barkov, Kachuk. We need our Lundell, Luosterainen. We need guys to just pick up the pace and everybody to make up for the fact that maybe we're not scoring as many goals as we normally would and start scoring as many goals as we normally would. We've got guys that can score. Barkov needs to pass a little bit less. Um, I'm not all that familiar with Rodriguez's game past. He's an energy guy and he's this distributor of the puck, obviously. He's not really putting the puck in the back of the net, but I'm happy that we didn't go this route. And I know Zito was probably trying, but he was probably just offering him the 1 year, basically the 1 million, maybe with some performance bonuses. So maybe trade deadline, you look at a guy like a Frank Toronto or somebody like that. Wouldn't that be something? Um, but past that, I like the group of guys we got. I mean, it's literally the same guys with the exception of Duclair and Rodriguez. And we didn't even have Duke on the team for most of the year last year. So I get the idea that we kind of could use some more goal scoring, or we could just use some of our guys that we know can score to start scoring more goals. So I'm happy about this. And we'll just see how he does in Detroit. So, all right, short and sweet to the point. I just wanted to get I'm still sitting in the chair. I hadn't even moved the mic. So I figured, what the hell, we'll do something bonus this morning. Kyle and I will see you tonight, 1/2 hour before the game. And we got the members only podcast. Nick from Twisted Wrister is going to be on the show today. It's going to be 1 hour later than normal, but we will have it out by about 2:30.